Okay, so let's dive in. I just wanted to first of all thank you all for joining us this evening. The person that invited you to this call or presentation, Gotta Love Technology, thought that this product or this opportunity would be of interest to you for some reason. Maybe you're somebody that's focusing on improving your health right now. Maybe you're somebody who is in the health, wellness, medical profession. Maybe you're a personal trainer. Maybe you are, somebody who helps other people with their health. Or maybe you're an entrepreneur. Maybe you're somebody who is always open to a great opportunity. And I'm going to share with you this evening about an incredible new breakthrough in anti-aging science. Now, I'm not talking about putting something on your skin. I'm talking about on a cellular level, something called nutrigenomics, which means being able to express and up and down regulate your own body's genes through nutrition. So quite incredible. This is a complete breakthrough in the UK market. It's been a while building in the US. So I want to share with you a little bit about the science behind this product, how it works, how it affects your body, and why, quite frankly, everybody needs it. And I'm also going to share with you a little bit about why it is distributed in the way that it is. And also want to touch on, what we're doing with this in terms of taking it all over the UK market and then further on very shortly into the Netherlands and the rest of Europe. So buckle in with us for a few moments. I am going to take you on a bit of a biology lesson, but bear with me because once we're through that, you're going to be able to see how this is going to directly affect you. And then right at the end, we'll get a chance to pull all of this together. So let's dive on in. So the product that we're going to talk about this evening is developed by a company called LifeVantage. And just to give you a little bit of a brief background, this is a 10-year-old company, a biotech research company, absolutely pioneering the way and the leading authority in anti-aging science, nutrigenomics, and cosmogenomics, based out of Salt Lake City in Utah. And before you came up, I should also say it's a $200 million a year company and publicly traded on NASDAQ. Actually, if you go and look at the stock shares, they are at an all-time high right now, the highest, I think, yesterday that they've ever been. So quite incredible, a very solid, financially backed company, 10 years in the US, and now also available in Australia and Japan and Hong Kong and a couple of other Asian countries. Now just launched into the UK nearly 3 months in, and we'll be developing the UK market here over the next 3, 5, 10, 15 years, as well as reaching and branching out into the rest of Europe. So very exciting times ahead for LifeVantage. And before you came to the call this evening, the person who invited you may well have asked you to take a look at this clip right here, called what we call the ABC Live It clip. And if you haven't, don't worry. This is definitely something you can do right after the call this evening. It's about 5 or 6 minutes long, and you can find it at www.abcliveit.com, www.abcliveit.com. And basically, what you will have seen is a news reporter from ABC Primetime Reports in the US go into a biotech company, a little laboratory, science lab, have his bloods taken and then given our flagship product, which you can see in the bottom left corner there, called Protandim. And within 14 days, they brought him back in, took his bloods again, and he had reduced his oxidative stress levels, or cellular stress levels, as some people call it, by 45% in just 2 weeks. Now, I am very understanding that there will be some of you on the line that are like, what does that even mean? Because I know I understood a little bit about it a few months ago when I got started, but I didn't understand a great deal. And the more I look into this, the more research I do, the more I find out about how oxidative stress affects your body and, you know, what reducing it, what benefit reducing it is. It's huge. So what I want to do is I want to take the next couple of minutes to really explain to you what oxidative stress is so that you can understand the value of that. And then a little bit about how it works, how it affects you personally. And so what you'll see on the screen here is the effects of oxidative stress on an apple. And you'll see, you know, right at the left is a real healthy, juicy, well-protected, good-looking apple. And the right-hand side is an apple that has been under the effects of oxidative stress. And this is actually what is happening to us as human beings. You know, the reason I use an apple is if you cut an apple in half, or, you know, I have a 3-year-old son, he likes to leave his apple cores around the house on the floor. You know, you'll find them wrinkled and shriveled and brown. That's because oxygen has got into the cells of that apple. And that's, you know, great example for an apple. But what does that look like to you on a human level? It says these apples demonstrate how oxidative stress breaks down your cells and causes premature aging and disease. And what I want you to look at when you look at the apple is not you as a human being, as a whole unit. I want you to think of those apples of cells inside your body. And if I could give you a visual on how oxidative stress affects your cells, it looks a little bit like this. They go from being healthy, fully functioning, complete, to being broken down, slowly changing form, slowly looking different, slowly, definitely starting to lose energy, shape, efficiency in being able to deliver the nutrients that they used to. But on a human level, looks a little bit like this. And so on the left, what you can see is a perfectly formed cell. Now, your body is made up of trillions of independent cells. Your body is just one big mass of different cells. Some cells make up your eyes, some make up your nails, your skin, your organs, your blood, your muscles, your connective tissue. They're responsible for regulating and producing hormones. Your cell is a mass. Your body is a massive mass of cells, all different ones with all different purposes and function. And from every time you breathe oxygen, and I hope most of you do, otherwise you wouldn't be here. All mammals breathe oxygen. As humans, we breathe oxygen every single day, and our cells, every single cell in our body needs it for energy and for metabolization, for doing its job. It also needs food. And every time you breathe oxygen, or you eat food and your cell metabolizes it for energy, there's a byproduct created in your body called a free radical. And these free radicals, they're naturally producing, they're naturally occurring within your body, but they're very damaging. They're actually very damaging. And that is the crazy part about nature, is you need oxygen to survive. But it's actually one of the reasons you age and deteriorate as a human being. Now, from being the age of 28, being born, up until about the age of 21. And by the way, guys, I don't know how old you guys are on the line or how far away from 21 you are, but nature considers you mature at 21. And actually, from the age of being born to the age of 21, your body produces these incredible enzymes. And they are naturally there to protect your cells from these damaging free radicals. It stops them from harming them. It keeps them functioning properly. But at the age of 21, nature has decided, okay, this has got to stop. And these amazing survival cells in your body that produce these enzymes, believe it or not, every year from the age of 21, they're in decline. So the further you are away from 21, the less of these incredibly protected enzymes you will have. Now, those free radicals, they keep coming. You keep breathing, you keep eating food. And these free radicals, they keep coming, but your protection to them is being reduced every year by as much as 10%. From the age of 21 every year, down by 10%. So what happens is in the middle, you can see that these free radicals, they start to create a little bit of havoc on a cellular level in your body. And that is what we call, you know, the process, the initiation of oxidative stress. Now, look to the cell on the right. And once a cell becomes unable to function properly or is under a lot of stress from the damage of these free radicals, that's what we call oxidative stress. And you might be thinking, well, that sounds, you know, that is interesting. But what I want to tell you is this, what I've just explained to you, is the number one reason you age. This is nature's biological degeneration of the human body. This is how it starts in your body. It's also, in most cases, the instigator for any form of disease you're ever going to face in life. Because each cell is responsible for something. And once the cell stops producing or produces too much or doesn't produce enough or dies or gets injured or reproduces itself incorrectly because the DNA is damaged, that is how disease starts in your body. And actually, oxidative stress is linked to the top 200 diseases, most common diseases to man. It's also linked to, like I said, pretty much any area that you're going to come across in your life that you're going to face. And, you know, this affects all areas of your body. So within your heart, you know, hypertension, high blood pressure, skin aging, psoriasis, dermatitis, melanomas, the organs of your body, your joints. Oh my gosh, anything to do with inflammation is instigated by oxidative stress. So arthritis, aches, pains, joint problems, in the lungs, allergies, cancer, asthma. In the brain, degenerative diseases are highly linked, like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, ADHD, autism. Inflammations and autoimmune diseases like fibromyalgia and lupus and cancer. arterial sclerosis, diabetes, right down to your eyesight is affected by oxidative stress. Now, if you have a healthier lifestyle, you may have less levels of oxidative stress. It might be, average for your age. There'll be some people's whose oxidative stress levels are way higher than their age because they live a stressed lifestyle, or they don't sleep well, or medication, or, pollution, smoking. Maybe you just have a really stressful job and lifestyle. You're going to have higher levels of oxidative stress than others. But you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. And if you looked at cancer rates, I can't remember the actual lifespan, used to be 1 in 33, and now they're 1 in 3. We're living in a lifestyle where we're putting things into our bodies that we never did before, that we're breathing in things that we never did before. And, we're living in a polluted lifestyle. And our bodies are still living like cavemen. They're not able to catch up. And, years from now, we might evolve for that. But right now, this causes a lot of stress in your body. And if you're not feeling 100%, there is a chance that oxidative stress has a place to play with that. And if you're somebody who's super excited about being as healthy as you can for as long as you can, then you definitely want to think about reducing, preventing, and monitoring your oxidative stress levels in your body. So I hope that explains a little bit about what it is. And really then how important it is. So we talk about, we have this great product called Protandim, and it reduces oxidative stress by 30%, 40% in 30 days. But now you understand what oxidative stress is, then now it really becomes a big impact to say, well, wow, if we can reduce this by 40% in 30 days, that's significant. That's going to impact someone's body in a big way. And we're not allowed to say that Protandim treats, cures, or prevents any disease because we're not a drug. We're registered as a nutritional supplement. But what I can tell you is that we do see significant difference in sleep, in people's energy levels soaring, and in a reduction of pain. That's what I'm allowed to tell you. What I would also say is, once you give your body chance to reduce the oxidative stress levels, the difference that you start to see and feel are quite incredible. And we do have people that feel better, have a reduction in symptoms, not because our product's treating them, but because of the reduction in oxidative stress. So as you can tell by my voice, I'm very excited about this. And, it's all right hearing something, but then when you know that it's backed by science, which I'm going to explain to you a little bit, and you know that you're hearing every day people that are taking this, that are getting results, you do get excited. And how many times have you took a nutritional supplement, whether it be a slimming pill off the counter in Boots or whatever it is, and it's disappointing. People get a little bit disheartened, but when you pick something up and it does what it says on the tin, now that is really exciting. Very, very exciting. And one of the biggest questions that I get on this is, how does it work? Actually, 3 questions. How does it work? Why isn't it in the shops? And how much is it? Right? Those are the 3 main questions that we get. And I want to give you a little bit of a background into how this product came to be and where it is with LifeVantage. And so the man that you see on the left-hand side, he is a world-renowned anti-aging scientist from the US. His name is Dr. McCord. Go to YouTube, put his name in. You'll see him talking, explaining at conferences and talking about different scientific research. And Dr. Joe McCord is the man behind Protandim. Those amazing enzymes that protect your cells and keep them healthy and functioning correctly when you're younger, he actually discovered one of those called superoxide dismutase, or SOD for short, back in 1979. He's dedicated 40 years of his life to the science of aging in humans. And, you know, he's been given massive accolades for his work. Something called the Elliott Crescent Medal was awarded to him. And to give you an idea, people that have taken that award are people also like Henry Ford and Marie Curie. So this is a very significant person in this industry of anti-aging. And when that video that I showed you earlier aired on primetime TV, there was two things that happened. The first thing that happened is scientists, researchers, doctors all over the United States, even in Europe, started getting in touch with Dr. McCord because they heard about this. They wanted to validate it themselves, and they wanted to do their own research with the product. So off the back of that, Protandim now has 17 peer-reviewed, published in a medical journal trials, backing its results and how it affects your body. Quite incredible. The second thing that happened was $5 million worth of orders of product came in. There was a little ticket tape at the end that said, if you want more information, go here. And in terms of why it's not in the shops, it was. In fact, in the US, it was in a shop called GNC, which is just like Holland & Barrett. We actually have a few popping up now here in the UK, but it's a national chain in the US. So it was put in Holland & Barrett originally. They wanted to take the product to market. They designed it. They knew what it did. They knew that it impacted people's lives in a really great way. But they didn't really know how to put it out there so that to get it out to as many people so that we could help people with it. And so it went into retail. It also went into something called CVS, which is a bit like Boots in the UK. And it failed miserably. It actually did a quarter of a jar, did $5 million worth of sales in 2 weeks after that TV airing. And then it went and it did a half a bottle per store per month in national retail. And so they brought a bunch of, a group of consultants in to look over this. And they said, well, the difference is on that ABC airing, the story of the product was shared, like it is being tonight on this presentation. But in the store, it's sat on a shelf. And there's no one to explain what it does or how it's helped these people. So that's the challenge. So they said that, you know, really this product needs to be moved through a network. And so they put it into a sample group of what you would call network distribution. Some of you might know it as network marketing. Some of you know it as a home-based business. And you'll have seen other companies and products that do something very similar. And that group outsold retail by 800%. Actually, this style of marketing took this company from 11 million a year to 200 million a year that it's at right now. In fact, it's 214 million right now. And so that is number one, why it's not in the shops. Number two, how it ended up in this industry. And really quite incredible that we have a nutritional supplement. It's absolutely proven to do what it says it does. And we have 17 peer-reviewed published medical trials to back it up. So, oh my goodness, this was not available in the UK. So up until March this year, it wasn't available in the UK. Myself and a few other people who had been using the product and talking to this company we helped launch Protandim and LifeVantage into the UK on March the 1st this year. And one other thing that I'll talk to you about before I go into that and what we're doing with this and how we're taking it across the UK is one common misconception with this product, which I want to clear up right now. This is not an antioxidant. You cannot get this anywhere. This is something called an NRF2 activator. A completely new breakthrough in anti-aging science in medical research. And this is the one and only NRF2 activator actually available without a prescription. There's one other drug in the US. It's for the symptoms of MS that activates NRF2, but it's a prescription-only drug and it's synthetic and there are side effects. Now, if you want to take an antioxidant to fight your oxidative stress because of free radicals, it's the same as thinking of your oxidative stress as a house fire burning away. And you've got a cup of water to try and put it out. That's as effective that an antioxidant is on oxidative stress. When you take Protandim, something quite incredible happens. Those amazing survival genes that you produced in your early years up until the age of 21 in abundance, the NRF2 pathway switches your survival genes back on, and you start producing these incredible antioxidant enzymes again in your body. Now that is the difference between a cup of water and actually putting a fire hose in every single room of the house and switching it on to put out your oxidative stress.
Hello?
Guys, if you're on and you're not on mute, if you could mute out, that would be awesome. Actually, it's okay. I got you. I've muted everybody. So I hope you guys understand this is not just another something that, you know, you can get somewhere else. There's 17 peer-reviewed trials. It's the first NRF2 activator to ever be released. And it's a brand new market for it here in the UK. So all backed by science, all backed by the anecdotal evidence of people taking it and having the results. And I am incredibly excited to share this with you this evening. And so what's in it? Well, it's 5 all-natural, very well-known medicinal plants. Milk thistle, turmeric, green tea, black pepper and bacopa, but you cannot go and buy them all and get the same result. What happens is when you mix these 5 in a special patented blend, and the product actually has 6 patents protecting it because of it, the scientific intelligence behind it, is that is what triggers this NRF2 pathway. And if you want, you can go look up NRF2 pathway on Google Scholar and you'll see some incredible research come up. And what happens is that is what triggers this response in your body to switch your these results back on. And that's why we get the results. You need to chance for this to reduce in your body and then be able to see the results that we get. Now, sleep pain, as I said, and sleep pain and energy, a reduction in pain, increase in sleep, increase in energy is the main 3. But once you start to reduce those oxidative stress levels and have your body feel the results of that, we have people like in our support group, we have an online customer support group. I just read some of the amazing testimonies that we get there, and I just can't believe what we've got our hands on here. We need to let everybody know about this, honestly. So when you, like I said earlier, you see aging on the outside, you know, your skin becomes too thin a little bit, maybe not as plump as it used to be, maybe you're getting a few lines, a little bit of sagging in your skin. Like, that's the natural aging process. You see that, but you feel internal aging in your lack of ability to do what you used to, the lack of energy. the aches, the pains, you feel internal aging. So Protandim takes care of your inside on the aging front. So blood, bones, organs, etc. And what they've very cleverly done is they've put the NRF2 technology into a skincare line, which is so you can apply it topically onto your skin, because the blood circulation only comes up so far in your skin. And this is actually switching back on your survival genes, which are triggering your elastin, your collagen, and all of the things that rejuvenate your skin. And I personally have been trialing this product range for 5 months. I should have put the before and after picture on here, actually. I will do that for next time. And my eyelids look like I actually had an eye lift. I didn't realize, I just got a picture from when I started from one the other day, put them together, and I was like, oh my goodness, what a massive difference. So very excited to bring NRF2 technology to the UK. Right now you have Protandim, you have True Science, and as if that wasn't good enough, last week in the UK we launched something called NRF1, and this together with NRF2 is going to be an absolute 1-2 punch in the face of aging. It is going to be affecting the mitochondria of your cells. It's going to be revving up your engines. It's going to be helping your cells fire on all cylinders and really help to increase your energy levels. They say that most cancer is initiated by a breakdown in mitochondria function. And so we're working not only with Protandim, but we're now also going to be later this year introducing NRF1 to the UK as well. So truly the next breakthrough in nutrigenomics. We are absolutely pioneering and the leaders in this area. So that's all well and good. And what an incredible product. Like, some of you are going to be sat on the line like I was when I first heard about this, thinking, I need to get my hands on that. I want to use that now. I need to reduce my oxidative stress. And if not, maybe it's not. But here's what I know. There is somebody you know that is going to benefit from these products. And when you see the results that we have, you will be going out and insisting that people take it. If you're 35 and above, this should be an absolute necessary everyday supplement in your cabinet every single day. It's going to help you feel amazing. It's going to prevent a lot of things that you might not have to face. And just get started. The person who invited you to the call this evening, they're going to show exactly what you have to do to have it in your hands in just a few days here and get you started. Second type of person thinking, this sounds really interesting, I'm going to research this a little bit further. We'll help you, point you in the right direction for that as well. The third type of person on the line this evening, like, you get this. You know, we're a company that in the last 5 years have come out of that foundational stage, gone from 511 million to 214 million a year in sales with just Protandim, majority of it Protandim, in the US, North America alone, and a little bit of Japan. This is a new technology. This company is about to break into massive momentum. There's a study coming out this year, a 10-year human study by the National Institute of Health in the US. And it's going to categorically state that by taking Protandim, you can possibly extend your life by 7 years or more. It's just been submitted to be published in a medical journal this year. And we're the first to bring this to the market. So if you're someone who gets this, if you're thinking, I know a lot of people who need this, and I know a lot of people who would be also interested in this, but maybe you don't know how to do it or how to go about doing it, don't worry about that, because what I can tell you is we have all of the tools and training in line to help you. This company, over the next 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 years in the UK is going to grow into an incredibly successful and well-known brand. And you don't want to kick yourself in a few years if you're one of those people thinking, I should have done that way back then. I remember sat that night that Lisa was telling me about this. We're looking for people all over the UK, in every area, from Scotland to Bournemouth, from Wales to Norwich. The length and breadth of the UK, we are looking for people who want to help us distribute LifeVantage, NRF2, Protandim NRF1, Protandim NRF2, our True Science skincare range. We have an incredible weight management range coming, and an NRF2 range for the brain, give you some mental focus, clarity, and energy in the new year. We're looking for people like you all over the UK. And if you're interested in not just taking the product, but introducing it to other people and being able to develop, whether it be a little bit of extra cash that pays for your product, or over the next 3 to 5 years, you want to help us and develop, a second income without having a second job, or like me, like I did 3 years ago, take a complete lifestyle change. It took me between 3 to 5 years, but I now do this full time. I help people set up their businesses and go out all through the UK, helping people, mums get out of stressed out corporate lives with children, people stay at home with their kids, people that need a little bit of extra cash every month. Here's what I know. There are people going to bed every single night in the UK praying for a solution for their finances. There are people praying every night when they go to bed for a solution to their health. And we're going to take this product throughout the UK, through every area, every city, every county, every village over the next few years here. And we're looking for people with vision who want to come on this journey with us and be a part of that. So I sincerely, if you want to do that, the person who invited you on, they'll show you how to do that. Instead of buying product, you get yourself a distributor kit, and they'll show you how you can do it. There's 3 ways to get started. They'll go through that with you. And so I just want to take the opportunity to really thank you for taking the time to be with us here this evening. Whoever invited you down is somebody that I am personally working with, and we are committed to, helping people transform their health. We're people who are here because we've seen what this product does, and we're passionate about putting it in other people's hands. And we're here because we're passionate about helping other people, giving them a leg up and helping them get started and helping them do well and supporting them as a team and a community. So really, thank you for coming out. Please get back to the person that invited you to the call this evening. Tell them where you're at. Do you want to, do a little bit more research? It's not for you, but hey, you really need to go speak to this person because they really need this, or they're really going to get this. Are you somebody that just wants to get on the product? Or are you somebody who's interested in finding out more about joining us in doing this? We have all the tools and the support for you to be able to do that. So please get back to them. Let them know where you're at. Even if it's not for you, we're not attached to that. We're just grateful that you came out this evening and found out about it, because that's our aim, is we have to take this brand to the masses. And so thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your time with us this evening. I truly hope that it was of some value to you. And I'm really excited to either hear about your results or welcome you to the team, or, look forward to you passing this on and giving it to somebody else that it's going to be of great use for. So thanks so much for joining us. I'm going to stop the recording right now. And then if anybody's got any questions, you can put them in the chat box, and I'll be happy to stay on and answer for a minute or two here. So let me just stop this recording.